Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is our 2-week postpartum and baby update. 2 weeks. So let's start with Olivia. So as you can see, I am bottle feeding, and in my last update I said I was doing a little bit of breastfeeding, a little bit of bottle feeding, just because I didn't seem to be giving Olivia enough milk. But I have made the decision to just solely bottle feed now. And it isn't a decision I've made easily. I've beat myself up massively. I've felt guilty. I've cried about it. I've spoke to the midwives about it, and they're like, why do you feel guilty? You know, no one should be judging you. It's you that's making yourself feel guilty. But they're just very much like, happy mum, happy baby. You know, they are more than happy with Olivia. They think she is thriving. And they're like, you just do what is best for you and your family. Oh, there we go. So now we are fully on bottles. Olivia's in a bit of a routine, which is working out really well for us. She's feeding at like 6, 10 and 2. We do a feed at 10 o'clock at night, which is what Craig normally does. I'm normally in bed by about 9, 9:30, try and catch up on some sleep. And then she wakes up for her 2 o'clock night feed, and then again at 6 AM, which is when we get up. So I feel like I'm only getting up once in the night and getting quite a good chunk of sleep. So we've been using these Dr. Brown bottles. I used these when I had my son as well, and they are literally the best bottles. They really do help wind and colic. And Olivia's taken about 4 ounces each feed. So Olivia's poos have been changing colour. And I don't know what it is, when you become a mum, you suddenly start talking about poos a lot and how often they go and the colour of it. So she started with her like black poos, and they went then a little bit green, and now they are the lovely yellow, like korma curry poos. She is so strong. Like, I've got her head, but she lifts her head up and looks around. Oh, well done. That was a good burp. So because Olivia's call's fallen off, it's meant that she can have her first bath now. So we've had a few baths this week, and she's been in the bath with her big brother Ralph. He absolutely loves having her in the bath with him. Yeah, and she really loved it. Like, she was crying when we took her clothes off, like most babies do. But as soon as she went in the water, she was just quiet. And she seems to really enjoy the water. And Ralph is such a water baby that I hope she's like gonna follow in her, like, his footsteps. But Ralph is just such an amazing big brother. I always thought he would be, because he just loves babies and he loves his little cousins, but he just adores Olivia. And yeah, sometimes maybe a little bit too much, because all he wants to do is just hug her and kiss her all the time, like even when she's sleeping. And sometimes you just think, oh, leave her alone. But I would rather it that way, and just seeing how much he loves her is amazing. And he's always like whispering to us, saying like, I love you. And then he whispered to me the other day and he said, she's my princess. Like, he literally just melts my heart. Craig thinks he's really cheesy. So Olivia did have a blocked tear duct, and it was giving her a bit of a gunky eye. But the doctor said just literally a piece of cotton wool in some warm water, 1 wipe, throw it away. From like the inside of her eye to the outside, and we kept doing that, and it's just literally gone away and cleared up by itself, which is really good. So the health visitor's been out to us this week, and Olivia's been weighed again. So she was £8.7 when she was born. She dropped last week to £8.1, and she's gone back up to 8.13 now. So they are like more than happy with her. They just said like she's thriving. So yep, she's doing really, really well. But she's just such a happy, like chilled little baby. Like Ralph, I just remember used to like scream the place down. But look, she's wide awake now, and she's just so happy. And I don't know, maybe it's me this time. I feel a lot more chilled out. Maybe second time mum, I know what I'm doing. I don't feel like as anxious every time they cry and thinking like, oh, what's wrong? Like, so maybe I'm rubbing off on her a little bit as well. So moving on to me. And I'm just recovering from the cesarean so quickly. Like, it's been 2.5 weeks and I just feel like I have got so much movement back. And I think what it is the more you do, the quicker you actually recover. Like, if you sit on the sofa all day, you're going to take longer to recover, but small movements every day just really do help recovery. And I think this time around, like, I have a son already, I have Ralph, I can't just sit on the sofa all day, and, you know, I have to do things. It has really helped me, and I've been for a walk now. I've walked to Ralph's preschool and to the little local shop, and it was fine. Like, I do know it is still early days and I do need to take it easy. Like, I have had major surgery, but I'm just feeling really good. And all my swelling has gone down. I said in my last update, like, my feet were swollen, my legs were swollen. That's all gone down now. I have jumped on the scales. And I don't know how much weight I actually put on in total in my pregnancy. I didn't actually weigh myself at the end. But I know I'm about a stone heavier right now than I was when I fell pregnant. So, you know, not doing too bad. So I've also finished my injections, which I don't know if you know, but after you have a cesarean, you have to inject with Clexane, which is an anti-blood clotting injection. And it has to go in your belly, which sounds horrendous, but it really isn't that bad. Like, the needles are quite small, they're really, really fine. And Craig and I, like, would just do them at home. Even Craig's mum did them for me. And you literally just grab a bit of skin next to your belly button and you alternate each side. I would just turn away, they'd put it in really quick, press the button down, and it was done. And it really doesn't hurt. It stings a little bit afterwards, but not for that long. But yeah, they're all finished now. I had a set of 10, I think, so you only have to take them for 10 days, and they are all done. So for me, I feel like my belly is really starting to go down. I feel like it's slowed down a little bit, and maybe that's because I've stopped breastfeeding. Because when you're breastfeeding, you do feel like all like your uterus contracting and everything like that. So yeah, maybe it's not going as fast now I've stopped. But it has only been 2 weeks and it has gone down so much already. Like, it is still wobbly, it is still there, it is still a mum belly, and I've got like the little cesarean pouch at the minute, which is not the nicest, but you know, I have just had a baby, and considering it's only been a couple of weeks, I'm actually feeling really good. Quite a lot of people ask about my cesarean scar and how it's healing and how big it is. So I thought I would show you. If you don't like stuff like this, then turn away. If you do, then just know that things might not be so like neat and tidy down there. So I'm just going to try and show you just the scar. But it's healing really well. They've gone over my old scar line. I think they've made it slightly longer this time, but generally it's actually healing really good. I have just put Olivia down for a nap. She's in the Moses basket behind me. She's not quite asleep though, so you might still hear her in the background. So in terms of my emotions, I've actually found this second week really hard. You know that we've just had a baby and I've got all my baby emotions and my milk come in, and when my milk come in, oh my god, I literally could not stop the tears, and I just remember sobbing to Craig. And you know that not only have we got like the baby emotions to deal with, if you follow my channel, you know that Craig's dad's also passed away in this time. And it's just been so hard. I really didn't want to keep getting upset, but like, this is meant to be a really happy time for us. And we're going through heartbreak at the same time. The midwives are keeping an eye on me, just to monitor me for like postnatal depression. I don't think I've got it. As a mum, I feel very happy as a mum. It's just obviously I'm going through extreme sadness, and I just can't hold my emotions in. It's just been really hard. And this week I also got mastitis in both boobs. Oh my goodness, how painful is that? If anyone's had it, oh, it is so painful. They have said like breastfeed through it or express through it, but where I didn't want to continue breastfeeding, I didn't want to stimulate and bring on any more milk. So I was put on antibiotics to clear the infection. But I spoke to my midwife about it, and she was just like, look, don't touch them, don't stimulate them, wear a bra, don't, you know, just don't encourage them to reduce milk. Hold on, we get Olivia. So that's what I did. I just totally left them alone, and the first like 2 to 3 days was just awful. The pain was just excruciating. But after then they started to my milk started to dry up, and it just got easier every day. But yeah, but with that I was getting chills and shivers, like, and going to bed like freezing cold but then sweating. I think that didn't help my emotions either. Yeah, it's just been a really tough time. But in terms of my cesarean, like, I've literally stopped taking painkillers. I haven't taken them for a few days. Like, I just don't feel like I need them anymore. So, you know, that's how I know my recovery is going really well. But that's it from us. Thank you so much for watching. I'm off to get this little one registered now. So I will see you all again next time. Bye.